one up and up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71. And what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
180. Let's go, Heavy. Everyone, what you got, Heavy?
On 1st and 10, Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. The headshots here are the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, watch it.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield. What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And an alley to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Spear. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
It's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Ready to go. 56.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
To throw on second down. Spear. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And down inside the 15 he goes. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey. Go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's their quarterback. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. No, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We won it. Come to my world.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Bilal Nichols with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude.
Ready?
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26.
General West.
Operating from the gun. Spear able to find Shaheen here. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know they are in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. These two teams all tied after one. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Watch the screen.
Hey. High 7. Get it.
Off the play fake. Spear. He's got the hook up to Miller. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
Go now. 18 Gator.
Hey, defense, let's go.
5.
On 1st and 10, Spear buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Here we go.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have taken the lead. We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing again on second down. Goff. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bears take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, man, watch the boot,
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Off play action. Spear. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 26.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. I got him.
From the gun, Spear. It's caught. It's Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 2-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Goff going to and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. To throw again on second down. Goff.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York.
We play to win. Let's go.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To the air again. Goff. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Finney, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And Likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Finney, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down 2. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be fielded at the 6. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And the Rams defense, they make their way back out there now.
Got it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Finney able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 1st career NFL touchdown as the Bears push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Goff, a quick throw complete to Cooks. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Goff throwing again. He gets it to Gurley, complete. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
On the ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 24, check 24.
61, matchbox lights. Clear.
At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
Hey, exit.
2nd and 5. That's caught by Montgomery. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
56 the mic, boys, 56.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw on second down. Finney. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down at the 40-yard line. 10-2 stop.
Check pass.
Get it.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes when you...
And he coughed it up. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Goff now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Goff on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Over the middle, it's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
For this, man. They're not ready for this. They go.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play.
And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago.
That's 20 goons and ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored, don't wanna play. conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is bring. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball, mains. All I ever do is ball, main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment.
Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a